Believe it or not, the average vegetable travels 1,500 miles before reaching your plate.
That is hard to believe.
Buying local is not only more environmentally friendly, it supports the surrounding community. Milk at Williams, for example, comes from Highland Farms, about 40 minutes away in Lee, Massachusetts.
My name is Heather Lord. I just started here about 4 months ago. I'm the herdsman, which means that I take care of the cows. The cows are my main focus, so that includes making sure they're well fed, cleaned, healthy. We try to make sure that they're as healthy as possible.
Hey babies, what are you doing? What are you doing? Hi.
A healthy cow is a happy cow. A happy cow makes a lot of milk. And I came to Highland in the hopes that I could really get involved with a herd that has these magnificent genetics and a great team of people that work here and really sort of forward myself in the Jersey industry.
What we are is a family-owned farm. We have been here for 100 years. We don't want to die. We refuse to die. We want to have some cows in Massachusetts, even with the bad weather that we have in winter. So we have to support our local economy. We want to eat tomatoes or potatoes, and we want to drink our own milk. Why not?
The first thing, and I guess the biggest thing that we've done here, is the switch to a local dairy, Highland Farm, which produces hormone-free milk. And we were the first in Berkshire County as an institution to make the jump. We've been a partner with them now for 6 years.
We start out by spraying with the iodine. This is an iodine sprayer. We'll spray each teat, and then we'll take the towels, we'll wipe them off. We'll do a little strip, which means we take each teat and take a few streaks of milk out of it, and that's to make sure that there's no mastitis, which is an infection in the udder. We want to make sure that they're clean and healthy, so we take a few strips out, and then we'll put this machine on. A factory farm tends to not pay attention to the details. Each calf has a name card. It sort of goes back to their dam's history. It's a way for us to get to know the calves and to get to know their pedigrees. Factory farms, with having so many animals, they can have up to 10,000, 15,000 cows. It's just trying to maximize the amount of milk that they can get out of a cow. Those cows will get sick more often. Those cows will have a lot of reproductive problems. Everything goes back to how they're treated in their health.
The local farm is always going to be more expensive than the other ones, and we make much less money or no money at all. We are going to be happy in Highland Farm if we just keep this farm alive. And we provide a job for 30 people or 35 or 40 people.
I deliver to the college 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I have a Pittsfield run on Tuesday. I also have a Lee Lennox run on Saturday. I get up at around 3:30. I'm here for 4. We load the trucks, and we're out mostly before 5 o'clock. And then we start. It's a dying breed, it really is, farms. And you know, I see all the people that I've known in the past that had their own farms, whether it be Holstein, Jersey, or other, and they're just gone. The farms have been bought out and they're condos now, or they've been developed into other things, or they're just empty and falling apart.
I think our lead in doing this has helped that farm develop more business in the area. I know that there are a number of schools and colleges in Northampton that now use their product. They have expanded into the Boston market. That's a real success story when you think about how did Williams sustain a farm. We definitely sustained Highland.
Delicious. But I don't understand. Why doesn't Williams buy all local?
Well, in addition to limited New England growing seasons, buying locally also often means paying more.
You know, during these economically challenged times here, the challenges of trying to stay within budget and everything else, Bill's really working with us on that as well, and we want to make sure it's fair for him and fair for us.
We've got a tall order to keep this initiative going. You know, we're struggling with the economy, as everybody knows, and there's a new initiative, and that is the best food for the least amount of money, with a clause in that saying that we want to continue the initiative with Peace Valley Farm and High Lawn Farm and Dave's Melons and some of the other local farms.
At face value, the cost is more expensive. And with budget cuts, I think that dining services has kind of may be struggling with that a little bit when each department's asked to cut so much. I think it would be easy to look at industrial grown pepper and local pepper. One is more expensive. I need to make a 15% budget cut. Obviously, I'm going to choose the cheaper product. The less expensive price doesn't show you all the costs, like environmentally, socially, economically, that really went into that.
We're buying $3 million worth of food. In that market basket, about 14% represents local. If it's going to cost more for those ingredients, then you need to figure out how to counter that increase in your expense line. There are other ways to save money. You can control your waste factors, get creative with your menu planning.
The staff and students see, you know, a couple of local signs, even if it can't all be local, but they do see the signs, and they're glad for that. It's part of their value system. It's not just dining services, but you can sense that everyone is extremely happy to see that food on the plates.
Do you need this anymore, Bill?
So now I need 15 pounds of cheddar, and I think the students need to continue to support the concept and the idea of, and that's a really important thing, I think, is to recognize that if they want it and if it is meaningful to them, that they'll be able to continue this program. Otherwise, it's going to go down the way of whatever the cheapest food is or whatever the most cost-effective food is.
Being involved with local farms isn't just about eating their food. Compost is an important part of creating a sustainable food system. From March to November, Williams Compost travels to the nearby Caretaker Farm.
Caretaker Farm is a community-supported farm that was started in 1991. It started with 50 families that wanted to come to this land and not just purchase produce from the farmers, but actually be more involved in the land itself. The common way to buy produce is to buy from far away. You don't know the farmers, you don't know how the land was treated, you don't know how the people that were working on the land were treated. And so the idea with this model is absolute transparency. They can understand how we're growing things, why we're growing things. They can see all of our practices.
We have organic matter in our soil. It's like 8 to 12%, and good is considered, like really good is considered like 4 to 5. We have animals, and so we get a lot of manure from them, but then we also get like all the dining scraps from Williams, and we compost it, you know, all together.
Williams Dining Services brings all of their food waste out, and we use that as one of our primary components for creating our compost, which instead of using a bought granular chemical fertilizer, we use compost to increase the fertility of our soil. And so we still find some pretty interesting things in the compost. One of the things I give the apprentices when they leave the farm here in the fall is a full set of Williams Dining Hall silverware, which gets into the food scraps sometimes.
Okay, so local farms are great, but I don't have much of a say when it comes to what I eat at school. Dining services decides that.
But you do. Student support is what brought local produce into these dining halls in the first place. And through student support, the program will continue to grow.
All right, eating local. Sounds like a plan.